Let's begin.
We start with the first laugh. Cristela Alonzo on why she dislikes Halloween.
Worst time of the year, Halloween. That's the worst time, Because the girls dress up in like the little costumes, It's like, I'm a sexy French maid. Ooh. I can't do that. I just look like a maid. Housekeeping. That's the last thing I need for me to try to turn my boyfriend on. He's like, look who's doing some cleaning. All right, here's my laundry. I hate Halloween, My favorite day is the day after Halloween because that's when you see all the sexy girls in the costumes doing the walk of shame back home. I love it. Because the sexy kitten isn't sexy anymore, She's got a broken ear. The sexy bunny is missing a tail. They look like the abused pet commercials from the Sarah McLachlan, This sexy cat lost its tail banging a pirate,
9. It's time for
The Morning BJ. Good morning, Jules.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Hello. What do we have today?
What is the zombie's favorite appetizer?
Something with brains.
I think brains is the main course. I don't know.
Oh, it's an appetizer.
What?
Finger food.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Jules.
Well, it looks like you're going to escape sniff pitting.
Yeah.
Or pit sniffing.
It's kind of funny the other way, too, and sort of means the same. Yeah, Vikings pulled it out for me yesterday. I was watching the score. It wasn't on TV, obviously, but...
Well, he got hurt.
I heard, yeah.
So then I thought, uh-oh.
I didn't hear that until this, maybe it was late last night or this morning. I don't know which, but...
Yeah. Bobby's going to be in trouble, and now they
How
hung
far
on.
into the game did he...
I think it was quite a ways into the game.
Okay, all right. Because they were seemed like they were, wouldn't say dominating, but comfortably leading. So I heard about this injury to their quarterback, Kirk Cousins, and I was like, They did kind of quit scoring there for a lot of the end of the game. So I sort of wondered when that happened. Happened late enough to where he put up a bunch of points.
But you had the Vikings, and they won.
Yeah.
And the punishment this week is sniffing random people's armpits once
Not
per
necessarily.
hour.
I think coworkers. We're not going and grabbing pits off the street.
Well, I mean, not your own pits.
Oh, that is true. Other people's armpits.
Other people's armpits. I've got the Lions, so I'll find out my fate later tonight.
Yeah. I couldn't remember for the life of me what your team was over the weekend.
You can always go back and listen. Chris Purple's Bobby Show. We got
that's true.
They got the link up there.
I should have done that.
If you're ever curious.
I was just looking at all the scores like, no, that's not it.
That's not it.
No, he had them a week or two ago.
Yeah, I've got the Lions, so they're going at it tonight. So we'll see how that all plays out. And, of course, I know Chiefs fans pretty bummed today.
Yeah.
They listened to the Broncos of all teams.
They were bad. They were just awful yesterday. Hey.
It happens.
Streak's going to end eventually. You can't beat the Broncos forever.
Right.
16 in a row, that's a lot. So, hey.
And it's the first super cold game. And so far, the record, they talked about this. Mm-hmm. Teams that were getting ready to head to...
overseas?
Yeah. The week prior to them leaving, no team has won.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
And they think, and the Chiefs lost.
Yeah.
And they play next week in Germany.
Yeah. Get that 8:30 kickoff for us all to watch.
You could start drinking the Bloody Marys at 6:30 in the morning.
That's right.
Jeff's ready to win that $1,000 this morning.
Jeff, how confident do you feel this morning, 1 to 10?
8.
Well, that's pretty good. I believe in you, Jeff. Here are your rules.
It is 10 questions in 60 seconds. If you answer all 10 correctly in 60 seconds, we're going to give you $1,000. Whatever that first answer is, that is the locked-in official answer we have to take. And remember, if you're not sure about a question, you can say pass, and we'll come back to it if there is enough time.
Correct.
All right, dude. You ready to go?
You bet.
Here we go. Your $1,000 minute starts in 3, 2, 1. If you had to eat the same food every meal for a month, what would you pick?
Pass.
In what sport can you score a three-pointer?
Basketball.
What does KFC stand for?
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Which American president freed the slaves?
Lincoln.
What popular sitcom features a character named Sheldon Cooper?
Sheldon Cooper. Pass.
When a black cat crosses your path, what does that mean to a superstitious person?
Bad day.
What is the national sport of the United Kingdom?
Rugby.
What comedy team was known for The Life of Brian and The Holy Grail?
Pass.
Sorry, buzzer.
Well, the buzzer's hitting there.
Yep.
All right, let's go back. All right, if you had to eat the same food every meal for a month, what would you pick?
Oh, the same food?
Yeah.
Pork chops.
Pork chops.
Pork chops. Well, we passed on that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see here. What popular sitcom features a character named Sheldon Cooper? That was The Big Bang Theory.
Yep. Bang Theory.
What is the national sport of the United Kingdom? That is cricket.
Rugby's a heck of a good guess, though.
It
I
is.
think. Yeah.
What comedy team was known for The Life of Brian and The Holy Grail? That is Monty Python.
Monty Python.
Monty Python.
And by the
I
way,
don't watch much TV, so that's probably.
That was hard for you then today. We had a
Yes,
few. Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
rugby, speaking of rugby, South America, or not South America, South Africa, just beat New Zealand, the Black Shirts, in rugby championship.
Fantastic.
Just over this weekend.
Cool.
I watched it. It was good. All right. Just throwing that out there, a little bit of tidbit. Hey, you're not walking away empty-handed, Jeff.
Alrighty.
$20 free play to High Winds Casino. Plus, we're going to
you.
give you a $10 certificate to enjoy the steakhouse restaurant, also at High Winds Casino.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Hang tight for us, Jeff. Everybody else, go get registered for the $1,000 minute, BigDog979.com.
A guy in Raleigh, North Carolina says someone stole $3,000 worth of Halloween stuff from his yard in the middle of the night last week.
My God. $3,000 worth.
He goes all out every year, has so many decorations, the average person might not even know the stuff is missing.
3,000 was just a portion, maybe.
Yeah. Here is Jesse Jones, the homeowner, talking about the crime.
Just a good time to come here. You can dress up, you can do whatever, nobody cares. They took Crunchy the Clown, they took a Pennywise I had made for me. They took 2 killer clowns from outer space. They took a Jason. They targeted and took the good stuff. They didn't mess with the stuff that was cheaper. There's not a resale value for these unless you pop them on Facebook Market and somebody picks them up. I don't understand what the purpose is unless they want a big Halloween house themselves.
Well, that could be it.
A few neighbors also had decorations missing from their yards, and it's dumb because a lot of it was unique stuff you can't sell, as he mentioned. The good news is there is an update over the weekend, but one of his decorations have been returned.
Oh, good.
He says his neighbors helped locate them. That's kind of interesting.
They went vigilante Halloween decoration.
Hunting.
Yeah.
Last we heard, the only one still missing was the Jason one. It's not clear who took it and what charges they're going to face.
What is Crunchy the Clown? Do I just not know what that is? Am I the only one? Who is Crunchy the Clown? He mentioned that specifically first thing.
He said Crunchy. I know a Krusty.
So do I. He had a lot of clowns, by the way.
Yes.
It was like this clown,
Pennywise, 2 other killer clowns. He said Crunchy. Do you think maybe he meant
Krusty?
Krusty? And and maybe in North Carolina he's Crunchy.
I don't know.
He's the knockoff version of Krusty.
What the hell is Crunchy the Clown?
Because I don't know it either.
I'm glad I'm not alone. Either way, not a cool move. Don't steal people's Halloween decorations, you dumbass.
What a dumbass!
Nobody really knows.
No.
Until now.
Okay. All right.
Thanks to my list. Top 6 ways to tell if something is vintage.
All right.
6 ways to tell something is vintage. Number 6, it starts with a crank.
That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
It's avocado green, number 5.
Yes. When I was a child, our entire bathroom, all the toilet, the sink, the tub, avocado green.
Yum. Number 4, it's hanging on a wall at Cracker Barrel.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah.
Number 3, rich douchebags drink it on yachts.
I'm never in those circles, so I don't know those. Yeah.
Number 2, it's a toy that Bobby played with when he was a kid.
Why are you going to call me out like that?
Top 6 ways to tell something is vintage. Number 1, Jay Leno burns alive working on it.
Do what? Oh, Jay Leno burns alive.
While working on it.
Yeah.
Vintage car.
Yeah.
Catch fire.
Poor Jay.
Burn Jay.
Poor Jay.
All right. There's your top 6 list today. For the past 3 years, a lot.
Oh, yes.
But there's one angle that has not come up.
Which is...
Working from home makes it harder to cheat on your significant other.
Oh, there is that. Yeah.
And there is a new survey. 43% of workers admit of having an affair with a colleague at work at some point in their lives.
43?
43%.
God, that's high.
That is very high.
I wouldn't have guessed it to be that high.
43%.
Dang, you dirty cheaters, you.
Now, apparently, this may seem high, but they say it includes everything from flirting to like threesomes with your coworkers. So it's a broad spectrum.
Everything from flirting to full-on orgy is involved. Okay, so it's a broad stroke. Flirting, okay, I see.
25% of them said it happened in the workplace. 21% said it happened during work events.
Uh-huh.
Another 21% it happened during calls, texting, social media, digitally.
Okay.
17, meeting outside of work. 14% took advantage of work trips away.
Oh, yeah, gotta go away. Gotta go. Ah, too bad. Gotta go to Toledo.
Toledo.
What else are you gonna do in Toledo?
True. The professions apparently the most and least likely to cheat. I'll do maybe the top 5 here.
Okay.
Likely to cheat. Sales, number 1.
Sales makes sense, especially if they're traveling, right? Because you get sent out with one of the other sales girls from the office, and we're going to Toledo, and yeah, something
for a
happens.
sales event.
It's a sales event. We're traveling all the time. You're not even close to your significant other.
Yeah.
Not like they're just going to walk in on you.
Yeah.
I'd say that makes sense.
2, teachers.
Oh, okay. That one's a little
Again,
trickier.
The cheating is specifically with coworkers.
We're not talking about the students.
We're talking coworkers. Just coworkers.
Teachers. I thought you always told us it was bad to cheat.
Yeah.
Teachers.
That's just on your work.
Not on your spouse. That doesn't count.
Number 3, healthcare.
Well, if any of the number of doctor shows that my wife watches has taught me anything, they're all sleeping with each other. Always. Sometimes in the closet down the hall.
Yeah. If that's what goes on.
That's all that happens is hospitals, actually, is just a lot of sex.
Yeah, that's what, if you watch any shows, that's what it's like. Number 4 is transport and logistics.
Truckers?
I guess.
I mean, again, sort of like sales. I'm not at home.
All the time.
Yeah.
And number 5 is hospitality and events managers.
Oh, they got beds handy. They're at a hotel already.
Okay. Good way to look at it.
We could change these sheets again if you want.
Now, the least likely from number 1 to number 5. Science or pharmaceuticals, number 1.
Oh, well,
Least likely.
they're there for the science, you know. They're not. They're serious about their work. We need somebody to be, for God's sakes. And I think it's them.
That are the white coats.
White coats aren't that sexy. You're right.
Number 2, business consulting management.
Once you get to that stage in business, then the cheating's off.
I guess.
Consulting or managing. You're just the regular sales guy. Then it's frivolous. But once you get to that management level, it's different. I thought sleeping with the boss was always a thing.
That's what I thought. No. Number 3, law enforcement security.
Okay, yeah.
That's the uniform thing, maybe.
See, that brings some in, but maybe not others. Whatever.
Number 4, creative arts and design.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm in. So we're just weirdos. Nobody wants us.
Again, these are the least likely. Number 5, media.
Really?
And we're in the media, so we're in the top 5 of the least likely.
I feel like I'm 4 as well. Creative art. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're not commissioned.
You're not doing art.
No, but creative. I'm just taking creative.
Creative
from that.
media.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is art. What do you mean it's not art? I'm putting art together here every day. This is an art. And evidently none of the coworkers want to sleep with us.
For what it's worth, the affairs are not always exposed. 22% of offenders believe their partner never found out.
Huh.
So out of the 40-some% that said yes, half of them think the partner never found out or never knew.
22%. Yeah. Maybe that's why we don't think that's why we think the 40% number is so high. Because really only like
Half are getting busted.
are really getting exposed, and that's when you find out.
There they go. It's nice to know. Us here in the media, we're good guys.
And the teachers are terrible.
Number 2. They always say deaths come in threes. Bull from Night Court, the bald Bailey.
He died?
He passed away over this weekend.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
That one hits me as hard as the other.
Yeah. That one happened.
Bull from Night Court.
He
That's
passed
too
away.
bad.
I think he was 79. 79 or 80.
I wouldn't have known that, honestly.
And then Matthew Perry. I think also a big shock.
Yeah.
I think Matthew Perry might even be in some ways a bigger shock. Apparently, Matthew had been playing pickleball. It was like 2 hours prior to that, a 2-hour session. Cindy's assistant on an errand. When they returned, they found him dead in the hot tub.
Man.
Apparently, no drugs really were found. None of that kind of stuff. Sounds like it could have been a cardiac arrest. That then he drowned because of the cardiac arrest.
Right.
So
It's a sad thing. And for Friends fans,
that's what I think.
it's a heart stopper.
Yeah, the first thing I thought of is how many Friends episodes were watched this weekend.
That was it? That's the first thing you thought of? Not, gosh, I feel sorry for Matthew Perry or his friends or family?
Well, I thought that, but then
it was.
instantly
I
went-
wonder how many episodes everybody's going to watch.
It did. That's the first thing. I go, oh, man, the Friends. Well, you just told me Max already has a...
Yeah, I looked it up because I was trying to find out. I don't know where we would find information on like how many times has Friends been streamed, but
I guarantee it's going to go through the roof.
Max already has a Matthew Perry tribute added that you can watch right now.
He had a lot of great
Died on
movies.
Saturday, and less than 48 hours later, they have a tribute honoring the late Matthew Perry. That's pretty quick. Did they have this almost ready to go?
They probably have it for everybody.
I assume they do too.
All right, if this person passes, we do this. If this person, we have this.
Especially if we own the rights to your show.
Mm-hmm.
If we own the rights to your show, yeah, we've got a death thing ready to go for you. We just got to do some quick editing and put the dates in there, and bam. Ugh.
The meme that I saw that actually made me kind of go, that
was it the Joey?
It was the Joey
and the empty chair.
In the empty chair. I actually hold on, I'm about to tear up a little because I don't know.
My wife
think
showed me that, and I was like, that does hurt.
Dude thing, like your bro.
Yeah,
they were buds in.
Yeah.
And it was like,
I'm not even the biggest Friends fan.
I'm not either.
But if I watched Friends, he was like the bright spot. He was rare.
Yes.
He was really great.
Yes. No, that meme kind of got me a little.
And he
got me choked up a little.
He did have a lot of other work, but that was...
Like, I'll go back and watch, I liked the Odd Couple TV show that they rebooted.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, that was pretty good.
He played like a ESPN announcer or a sports announcer.
Yeah. He did I had forgotten, he'd done some West Wing as well. I didn't remember that. I heard that. Also, he did like what's considered like a terrible Chris Farley movie, but I remember laughing really hard at it when it came out. The Almost Heroes, I think it was. They were basically racing Lewis and Clark. They were explorers. You've never even seen this thing, have you?
I don't know if I've seen this.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, see, I might have to watch this in honor of
It's him and Chris Farley. It's pretty funny.
In honor of both of them, in a way.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Mr. Bing has passed.
R.I.P. Chandler.
Here is Rich Glitter.
This is not headline news. Taylor Swift is now a billionaire. So it's official. Travis Kelce is a gold digger. Five Nights at Freddy's made $78 million over the weekend. Not to be confused with Five Nights at the movie theater, which is what it feels like to sit through Killers of the Flower Moon. Execs at Paramount Plus have canceled Fatal Attraction, and the show has been calling them nonstop ever since. Scientists in Brazil developed a drug that suppresses the craving for cocaine. It's called Blozempic. And the last Beatles song ever comes out this week. It's an updated version of their classic called I Want Consent to Hold Your Hand. This is not headline news.
Are y'all ready, kids?
What a dumbass.
Dumbass.
What the hell's your problem, you dumbass?
What a dumbass.
Great moment there, dumbass.
Well, this is one way to make your marijuana extra dank.
Okay. Also,
the TSA recently caught a woman trying to sneak some weed past them. By hiding it inside her adult diaper.
Oh. Strange. Okay.
A checkpoint scanner flagged her growing area.
Yeah.
The agents did a pat down and some additional screening, and that's when they discovered baggies of marijuana tucked inside her adult diaper.
Yeah.
Maybe she thought she could get away with it if it was, smelled by a dog or something, because it's...
Or the x-ray, she just thought, they'll think I have a load in my pants.
Yeah,
and
maybe she thought the sensitive area might decrease the chances.
Yeah.
It didn't work. It is unclear if the diaper was clean or not. If you were curious, I'm just passing it along.
I hope it was.
Marijuana is still illegal under federal law and isn't allowed through airport security.
Yeah.
So no matter, even if the place you were leaving and the place you're going to, it's legal.
It doesn't matter.
In between there,
Yep.
it's like other land.
Can't get high in the skies.
Nope.
It's not the way it goes.
TSA posted a photo of the pot and the diaper online.
Yeah.
In this case, they let the woman and her mom continue their flight after tossing the drugs. It's unclear if they do face any fines or ramifications, but the TSA is required to report violations to local authorities.
It's just one of those things, like maybe they will just get a slap on the wrist or something, but if you could end up on like the no-fly list over this,
Right.
they're probably going somewhere where there isn't any. Maybe it's not legal.
That's the only thing I can think of why
Me
you
too.
would do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just get it there. 'Cause it's,
We're flying to Utah
yeah.
or some place like that. I don't know. Utah probably doesn't have it. I'm just guessing. Either way, Don't sneak weed onto the airplane, you dumbass.
What a dumbass.
Part of the show, we find out what we learned on the show today. Bobby, what did you learn?
Well, didn't take long. I'm kind of curious if they have one of these ready for every celebrity, just waiting for them to die. But the Matthew Perry tribute is already available on Max, formerly HBO. If you want to watch it, they do own the rights to Friends, correct?
Yes.
Am I right on that? So that's part of it probably. But they've already got one live for you to click on and play as you mourn the loss of Chandler yourself. What did you learn today?
I learned that maybe I had a bigger connection with Friends, even though I've not really watched it, is seeing Joey in the chair in the meme, and I kind of got a little teary-eyed.
Yeah. There's like an empty chair next to Joey.
Yeah.
The recliners.
And because that was their thing. They hung out in the recliners.
And it is funny. You don't even have to have seen a ton of Friends to know. That's how big the damn thing was.
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen a ton of it, just some.
I was forced to watch like several of the first seasons.
Okay.
I was held at gunpoint.
I think those are probably some of the better ones. It's before what I am familiar with, then it gets real, relationshipy, it seemed like later. Maybe I'm wrong, but...
It was always relationshipy. Are you kidding me?
That's a good point.
But it was, it wasn't bad. There were some funny parts in it.
Yeah, no, I think...
And then I remember those scenes of them in the movie. I remember that because I'd made it at least up to that point. And then seeing that meme, it was like, oh, that's pretty sad. Because then it reminds you of, like your buds or...
The power of a good TV character and good show.
Yep, it was pretty powerful stuff there.
It is. All right, let's share one more laugh. What do we have?
Juston McKinney on adults dressing up for Halloween.
Speaking of Halloween, trick-or-treating tomorrow. Anybody going trick-or-treating tomorrow? Yeah. A lot of people, I have a 5-year-old, so, a lot of people are like, do you like to dress up with them and go trick-or-treating? Do you dress up too? I'm like, no, because when you have a 5-year-old, okay, you're 2 houses in, they start handing you their right? He was Darth Vader last year. He's handing me, we're 2 houses, he's handing me his mask, his lightsaber, his gloves. By house 5, I'm Darth Vader. He's a kid in a black shirt. I like Halloween costume parties for grown-ups. I do, right? Because that's the closest. When you've been with someone for 20 years, that's the closest I can get my wife to role play with me. Is that Halloween costume? Yeah. I'm like, honey, don't take it off. She's like, I'm a ladybug. I just want to mix it up, right? I mean, it is the hottest bug. It's not like you're a cockroach. That would be gross. She's like, that's weird and creepy. I'm like, last year you were Rubik's Cube. I would have done that. I'd love to do a Rubik's Cube in under 5 minutes and actually finish it.